Now at 5, a driver shoots a man he claims attempted to break into his car at a stoplight in Miramar.
The driver has stated that he was in fear and that there were threats that were shouted and that the person attempted to enter his vehicle.
So could that driver now face charges?
The law allows someone to use their weapon only when they reasonably fear death or great bodily harm.
It's a frightening story.
And one that is raising lots of questions tonight. CBS 4's Peter Dench has new information on the man who was killed. And Peter, you talked to a family member.
That's right, Elliot. In fact, I just spoke with the cousin of the man who was shot and killed. She told me he was a veteran who had served in Afghanistan and was suffering from PTSD. Now, it's not known why he was banging on the other man's car door. The man who was shot collapsed and died by this gas station at 441 in Miramar Parkway. It was 2:40 in the morning. Miramar police say the driver of a car said he was at a stoplight when another man walked up to his vehicle, started banging on his window and door, and tried to open it.
The driver pulled out his weapon and fired a round.
A cousin told me the man who was shot was 30 years old and had served 2 tours of duty as a Marine in Afghanistan and had PTSD. Police say a witness and the driver both called 911.
The driver has stated that he was in fear and that there were threats that were shouted and that the person attempted to enter his vehicle.
The driver was initially detained by police for questioning.
I've had numerous cases like this, and the success of this case hinges upon the facts.
We asked prominent defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh if this could be a case of self-defense.
The law allows someone to use their weapon only when they reasonably fear death or great bodily harm. If the other man was shouting threats that the driver then reasonably believed caused him to fear death or great bodily harm, then he could be justified in doing what he did.
Eiglarsh says it's likely the Broward State Attorney's Office will make the decision on whether charges should be filed.
The claim could be legitimate based upon the totality of the facts. Law enforcement and ultimately prosecutors will evaluate whether there's sufficient evidence to prove that the driver reasonably feared death or great bodily harm. The circumstances are always different in every single case, so it really depends upon what actually happened.
Now, Miramar police say this was not a case of road rage. They believe it was a random act by a man on foot. It's not clear if he had a weapon or intended to carjack the vehicle. They do say anyone who saw what happened should call them or Broward Crime Stoppers at 954-493-TIPS. We are live in Miramar. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.